All right, let's talk about the Yankees. So the Yankees are currently right now hanging on by a thread as the third and last wild card spot in the American League. Half a game ahead of the Rangers, who they are playing in a series currently, and have lost two of the first three games against them in disastrous fashion. You know, the Josh Young three-run homer to win the game after Jock Peterson ties it up with his 132 batting average for Devin Williams has been abysmal this season. And then last night, Rowdy Tellez beats Devin Williams once again. He was pitching in the game for God knows what reason. If you want to see any of my reactions to any of those plays happening, there on my TikTok. I go live on Playback sporadically. I show Yankees games, but most of them wasn't a W, but besides the point. The Yankees right now are half a game ahead of the Rangers. They've lost 5 consecutive games. If they lose tonight's game against the Rangers, they will be, at the season ended today, out of the playoffs. This is a team that has a $300 million $300 million payroll. They just signed Max Fried $218 million for the largest left-handed contract for a pitcher in the history of MLB. Aaron Judge making $360 million, stands on a humongous contract. A lot of guys on a humongous contract. You cut the likes of DJ LeMahieu and Marcus Sherman for being dead weight. Yet, even without them, we can't use them as, it's not their fault. They're no longer on the team and we're still losing games. This is a mentally weak team. This is a team that is super talented. You look at the guys, you look at these that they're having. This is a talented team, which really infuriates me. But this team is right now, they're making a case. Not even making a case. Season ended. Again, if they lose tonight's game, they are out of the playoffs. I try to be optimistic as much as I possibly can. But the way this team is playing currently, they do not deserve to be in the playoffs. You feel what I'm saying? Again, I really try to be optimistic. I was like, no. Man, this team is in the playoffs. No. This could happen. This could happen. It really starts with Devin Williams. Oh my God. The guy had, 1.93 ERA his first couple of years. The Brewers comes to the Yankees putting up a 5.44 ERA. Blows back-to-back saves. Has blown 3 saves overall. Has 4 losses on the season. He's just been abysmal, He needs to develop a third pitch. He has the changeup that he throws out of the zone. When he can't locate the fastball, that is a fastball and changeup out of the zone for a guy that already has a walk problem. And now you have to, walk. And the thing is, his barrel percentage is up this season, so he's allowing damage contact. He's allowing home runs. He's allowing hard hits. This is not the guy that was in Milwaukee. If this was still Milwaukee Devin Williams, he gets out of those innings clean shaven, easy peasy. But he is kind of a mental midget as well. Did that last play of him on the Brewers, the 3-run homer against Pete Alonso, did that really break Devin Williams? Because remember his first debut game with the Yankees was on ESPN opening day against the Brewers, and they came this close to beating him. So ever since that moment, Devin Williams really hasn't been good. He had some stretches from here and there, whoop-de-fucking-do. Overall, he has not had a good season whatsoever. You look at his underlying metrics, you look at his peripherals, it's not bad. He's still getting his Ks, still getting his whiffs. It's just the barrels are up. I believe this is a career low season for him, but it's not a low walk rate whatsoever, but it's very weird. He's getting beat by damage contact and hard hits and even recently some homers. I don't know what is going on with this guy's head. He just cannot handle New York. And this is a guy, by the way, they changed their facial hair policy for him. And this is how he responds with a disastrous. He needs to develop a third pitch, He needs a slider or sweeper or something. You can't just be a fastball changeup guy. Obviously the speed, but you can't really locate the fastball. He really has to start locating the fastball. Holy shit. But he needs more of a bite than just a changeup. He needs more of obviously the changeup was the wipeout pitch, but more of a, he needs a better third off-speed pitch. Again, a slider, a sweeper, something of that nature. He just needs it, okay? But yeah, the Yankees, they're currently 60-54. They had a 7-game lead over the Blue Jays, and that right now is a 6.5 lead for the Blue Jays in the American League East. They're also 3.5 games behind the Red Sox, who were on fire, have won 7 games in a row. Jeff Passan tweeted out they just signed Roman Anthony to a new extension. As a New Englander, it's like, come on, man. Like, I already deal with enough from the Red Sox. Like, now you just give them this as well. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, man. But this is like the thing is, this is a talented team. You know, this is a talented team, which really infuriates me. Max Fried, start off the season red hot. I knew he was overperforming. I think he'll end up somewhere in the like 3-1, 3-2 at worst, 3-2 ERA range. Carlos Rodon, I made a tweet earlier that he will rival Max Fried as the best pitcher of the Yankees because of the ability to get strikeouts, but he also does have at points a home run issue as well. Luis Gil is too erratic to be a postseason starter guy as the third. I see him more of a 4. I mean, I remember last season going back and forth. Would I rather run Clark Schmidt or Luis Gil? And I kept saying Gil. Well, no, easily it is Clark Schmidt because he can limit damage contact. He doesn't give up as many walks as Luis Gil. He's not as erratic. Luis Gil can literally walk the ballpark. We saw it in his first game of the season against the Marlins. He literally walked the ballpark. Like, literally. And he threw a pitch to the strike zone, right down the middle. Multiple runs scored off that. Like, oh, it's so infuriating. And Will Warren, I like him more as a number 5 guy. Obviously, he's been pretty good as a recent. He leads the American League rookies pitchers and strikeouts with like 130 plus. The next guy's like 100, so he's been really good. I think that's like Shane Smith of the White Sox, so shout out to him as well. But yeah, Will Warren, I like him more as a 5th guy. You know, I really don't want him in a postseason start setting. Like maybe because of his ability to generate strikeouts, maybe as like a reliever. But you know, he's a rookie. You know, it is what it is. He also gives up barrels and hard hits and stuff like that. So I really don't love him in that setting. But as a 5th starter, Will Warren is cool. As a 4th starter, a guy I like that probably maybe if we didn't have so many injuries in the starting rotation would still be fine-tuning his off-speed pitches and his secondary pitches, Cam Schlittler, who I like. He throws 99, throws 100, but he also gives up barrels and hard hits as well. He's given up 2 homers to Augustin Ramirez. He gave up a homer to Jorge Polanco, to maybe like J.P. Crawford, his first start against the Mariners. Also struck out Kyle Raleigh with 100 down the middle, and then struck him out again to end his outing before the bullpen came up, and it was like Loaiza, and then he just messed this whole startup. So there is that. So yeah, starting rotation right now is a problem. I really wish in hindsight we traded for a starter. I really gave too much props to Luis Gil. Like, oh yeah, my number 3, cool, why not? Luis Gil was a number 4 starter. I would have traded him in a heartbeat for Kyle Tucker. So you're now looking at Max Fried, who has fell off. Carlos Rodon, who gives up hard contact, but he still objectively is, in my opinion, a good pitcher. Now, he hasn't shown up in enough big games as I wish he would have, but he's still not one of the Yankees' big problems at all. Luis Gil right now is a problem. Will Warren as the 4, or he just gives up so much hard contact, and he's young, so he's susceptible to, you know, terrible outages and things like that. And like the bullpen, traded for David Bednar. You know, his woes are in Miami. Outside of Miami, he's pitched well for the Yankees in that one inning against the Rangers. But still, you wish he came in yesterday. But Aaron Baboon is my manager, of course. Luke Weaver, I like him. Luke Weaver is the guy I have the most confidence in as a bullpen. Like whenever he's in the game, I feel confident. You know, we saw him last year in the World Series. We saw him in the ALCS, the LDS, this, that, and the third. Obviously, he gave up a couple of saves last year, but it really was like on sack flies and things like that. So he really didn't get beat by the long ball. But we know as a starter, he got beat by the long ball on the Pirates and the Reds, obviously the Cardinals, the Mariners, and then he came over to us. And yeah, but he really is like a fireman. He can throw multiple innings. What if you like multiple innings, like 8, 9? Maybe Bednar can be maybe like another like multiple inning guy as well. But the guy I trust the most right now is Luke Weaver. Now, he does also give up hard hits and barrels, but still. Camilo Doval, way too erratic to the Yankees closer. I mean, he couldn't handle that as the Giants closer. They had to send him down to AAA earlier this season for Ryan Walker. Not earlier last season for Ryan Walker. Now, Ryan Walker is struggling this season as well. You know, they have Randy Rodriguez, a new shiny tour right there. But yeah. Oh, my God. Like, the closer has to be Weaver at this point, right? It just has to be. Can't wait till Fernando Cruz is back. Tim Hill, my glorious king. I wanted to see him yesterday against Rowdy Tellez, but unfortunately, no. Devin Williams, I mean, Shell of his former self. He just is a mental midget. I've got a notey right there. He just cannot handle pitching for the Yankees. Austin Wells has been disappointing offensively. Ben Rice, I like. a ton. He's been very unlucky this season. A lot of hard outs. Jazz Chisholm, and he's had his moments, but definitely he's a good pitcher on both. He's a good player on both sides of the ball. Ryan McMahon, he's hovering around on like a league average bat with really exceptional defense. Volpe, he has been abysmal defensively, but he has close to like 20 homers with a close to 700 OPS. I mean, I wish he was stealing bases on top of that and wasn't as bad as he was defensively, but you take what you can give him at some points. Jason Dominguez has been abysmal defensively. He's hovering around like a league average hitter. Been a disappointing season for him this season. Trent Grisham is really good offensively. He has taken a step back considerably defensively, though. Bellinger, he's been really good this season. One of the better. He's been the Yankees' second best hitter this season by WRC plus, and excluding Stanton, who's played less than like a third of the season off the top of my head. And then Aaron Judge, who struggled recently. He had obviously the problem with his shoulder or whatever it was, not related to his UCL still intact at the very least. So there's that. But yeah, it's a talented team. There's also flaw, the errors, the base running mistakes, stuff like that. I mean, you got an overall bench now as well with Jose Caballero, Ahmed Rosario. You got Slater now. He's on the IL. Seeing how that works the day before Judge comes back. Of course, Slater gets injured after we're talking about roster crunch and who's going to get cut. My short list was like Ahmed Rosario and Slater, and of course Slater goes down. So it's really cannot make this up. He's got a whole new bullpen. First day, Marlins, they troll that game away. Get my reaction to that is on TikTok. So you want to see all that? Go out. Check that out. Been going kind of insane on TikTok recently. So shout out to all the support and stuff like that. And yeah, man, the Yankees are really in jeopardy of missing the playoffs. Aaron Boone is on thin ice. I mean, I really don't get the hate for Brian Cashman to be shooting for definitely good players. Shout out to maybe the Jake Bird acquisition. He had a terrible July, but he does have intriguing like off-speed pitches. Now his sinker is absolutely fucking dog shit, but there's that. He's overworked, and then he's given up 18 earned runs from July 1st onward. Now he's in AAA. I mean, Jesus Christ, my brother. One of my favorite prospects. I remember I made a video on here trading away Rock Riggio, and I was like, no, I like Rock Riggio. Like, I made videos about him. I remember his dad liked a post of me talking about Rock Riggio potentially getting promoted to AA, and he did, and it's just so damn disappointing. But yeah, the Yankees really are in jeopardy of missing the playoffs, and it's the first time I really accepted it that this team really might miss the playoffs, and the team that they're fighting for is currently up 2-0 in the series versus them, and the last game of this series is today at 2:35, and it's the pitching matchup between Cam Schlittler, the rookie, and not Cam Schlittler, the rookie, Carlos Rodon, who was an all-star this season, also a replacement. Big time game for him today against Jack Leiter, who's been disappointing a majority of his MLB career, except for like the beginning of this season. So there's that. So at least at the end of the day, I keep betting against the Yankees. So my emotions aside, I'm making money. So it's like at the end of the day, I can't really lose. I mean, the Yankees win, I win. The Yankees lose, I win. So it's like at the end of the day, I really can't lose. But very, very, very disappointing. I mean, this team is way too talented to be in this stretch right now. I mean, Jesus Christ. Again, 5-game losing streak, have lost 4 of their last 10 games. At points, the offense is good. At points, the defense can't do anything. The bullpen, like, it's never like the offense is good, the starting rotation is good, and the bullpen is good. Like, the perfect game. It's always like, boom. Pitching is just terrible. The offense is phenomenal. Defense, like, it's that mean. Like, it's not all of them going on at one time. At one point, there's this going right, and then that going wrong. Like, it's just so damn disappointing. But hopefully, got my thoughts out there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed all that. Go ahead and comment down anything down below. How are you guys feeling as well? Yankees fans, Yankees haters, and a lot of y'all Yankees haters. All my biggest videos are Yankees haters. So whenever anything positive happens, there's barely any interaction. When there's something bad happen, everybody just pops out of the woodworks to hate the Yankees. The Yankees lose. Like, fuck out of here, bro. Yeah. Other than that, y'all, that is the video. So go down below, drop a like, comment down below, sub up, make sure to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok. It's my boy John. Hopefully you guys did a video. And I'm out, man. Peace.